What's up, good people? Mark Holmes here, and as always, I want to say thank you all for watching, commenting, subscribing, and being part of the Jobu Sports Report. Without you guys, as well as you ladies, you know that this literally does not work. I'm running around and things, getting stuff squared away, taking care of my parents. I am truly blessed to have my in-laws and my parents still alive and stuff, and so I want to try and do everything I can to try and make their lives easier as well. And my dad wanted some of he loves the roast beef and the ham from BJ's, so I picked some of that up for him. And my mom wanted some beets so she can make some pickled beets, which actually I love the pickled beets, so that's kind of being actually selfish for myself too, because she makes some pickled beets. I'm gonna grab some of that canned goods and things. And I've got this antique drop leaf table that we're going to be taking down to the red brick house. It's nice because it'll be convertible and things, but that's not why you're here. You're here to talk about football. I'm sorry, I messed up. This is not Jobu's day job in red brick house. This is Jobu's Sports Report. And so we got some news. Daniel Jones is out today. So is, I think, Evan Neal. Not that makes a difference. I really don't think that makes a difference. And I've got 40 minutes to get back home, get the groceries out of here, and get downstairs to start live streaming at 1 o'clock. So right now you look at the Giants and say, really, they got no chance in hell. Or do they? Do they? Wouldn't it be nice if the Giants, battered and bruised, ended up beating the Commanders with the left hands up? I'd like to see that. Also, too, we're going to learn a lot in the NFL this week. We've had, we always have our share of injuries, and, just like everybody has their share of injuries. A couple of teams last year that stayed pretty healthy that made a difference. One was the Eagles. The Eagles did not miss players much at all last year. This year, you're seeing them begin to have some injuries. Lane Johnson is playing. Jalen Carter was hurt. Who else was hurt for them? They're coming back, but you don't know. You can come back from an injury, but it doesn't mean that you're full go. You might still be having some issues from that, and you may be slowed down. Another team that ended up having, great luck as far as health-wise, surprisingly, I'm going to say Christian McCaffrey didn't have any issues last year after having signed his big contract with Carolina, then being basically missing 2 of the 3 years before he got traded with injuries. He's got the strained oblique muscle. He practiced limited through yesterday, which was kind of a walkthrough. Says to keep him in the play calling. Plans on going, but you got to figure he's not going to be a full go. I'm sure he's going to get shot up for painkillers and things, but you don't know if this is going to be a nagging injury that he's going to make worse by playing today. Also, Trent Williams. Now, it's so funny because 49er fan that's been trolling me, okay, not Jason. Jason, you cool people. Haven't seen an email from you in a bit. Trent Williams is out because of that ankle. Ankles are one of those nagging injuries that it's hard to get over with. He came back in the game and played. That's basically on adrenaline. But after some time, those things swell up. The pain gets in there and so on. And losing your left tackle hurts. Because it's funny because, when the 49ers lost, they were claiming, we lost Trent Williams, of course, we lost Deebo Samuels. And Deebo Samuels is going to probably be out a minimum of 2 games with a hairline shoulder bone issue. So now all of a sudden, you have problems on your offensive line. You may have your running back limited. You're missing your playmaking wide receiver. We're going to learn a lot more about Brock Purdy and the 49ers. Now, granted, it's going against the Minnesota Vikings in prime time, where Kirk Cousins gets more flack than anybody else in the NFL about his primetime record, but dare say, compared to Daniel Jones, he's batting 1,000 because Daniel Jones is like 1-12 or 1-13 in primetime. So, we'll see. We do know that Minnesota has had some really good games and put a scare in the Eagles. Was it Eagles? Yeah, without an offensive line. So you never know. You never know. It might be tough sledding for the offense without those three playmakers, or two of those playmakers and one limited. We'll see about that tonight. And of course, the same thing goes for the Eagles that are a little bit battered up going against Miami. Now, Miami, here's the thing. We don't know if Miami is really a good team. Now, people will say that Miami is a great team. Look at the record. You know, they're 5-1. They look at us and they say, well, Cowboys ain't played anybody. You know, 3 of the wins Miami had were the same 3 teams that we also beat. New England Jets and New England Jets and what's the other one? Oh, Chargers. We played the same teams. We ain't played nobody, but Miami, they're great. So we'll find out tonight between the Eagles and Miami which one is the real deal. We may not see any defense in that game. We may just see a complete shootout because Miami's defense stinks. And I will say the secondary and the linebackers for the Eagles stink. The Eagles are not the same team they were last year. Surprisingly, that's the way it happens. I know for the talking heads out there that look at it and say that last year's team is this year's team, they don't have a clue. So there you have it. Traffic is not being my friend right now. I'm on the interstate here going 25 miles an hour, and I've got 35 minutes to get home, get the meats unloaded, get the stream set up, and start live streaming. So I guess we won't be doing any cooking before the games, but I'm happy that I took care of my parents. That's the most important thing I did today. All right, good people. Hopefully I'll see you guys in the man cave, and hopefully we'll be on time, because that's what you're supposed to do. All right, good people. See you there. Oh shit, I forgot to turn you off. Sorry.